I'm Herbal Gamer Lucian, and today we're taking a look at the new Druid that was recently released in Path of Exile 2. A nature shapeshifter class with a total of 3 forms currently. I always enjoy these type of classes in RPGs, but Phil, in many games it's very much so a hit or miss if the developers can make the forms feel strong enough and fun, at least early on in the game, without being completely broken in the end game. Though with Path of Exile's Druid, you can freely shift between the 3 forms as long as you have a talisman equipped. That allows you to use the primal skills the druid needs in order to shapeshift. This makes for some very fluid gameplay when using combos and abilities you level with, and gives you the chance to try out new skills. So taking a look at the different forms here, we're going to start with Bear. With Bear, you do get access to some fire skills, as well as become a bit tankier with additional armor, as we see from the Talisman tooltip. While in Bear form, you do gain plus 10 to armor per level. 30% of armor also applies to elemental damage, and an endurance charge for every 15 rage you spend. Bear honestly was pretty fun. It was nice to be able to become tanky when you need it, especially when playing in multiplayer, and it has that very familiar feel if you played, Warrior, Marauder, whatever the base class is called over there. Same kind of like tanky, brute sort of gameplay there, so it was enjoyable. Next, we'll be taking a look at the Werewolf form. This had some fun ice skills attached with it, as well as the Pounce ability that allows you to summon your own wolf pack. Oh, so cute. All in all, I guess you could say it was pretty cool. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't laugh at that. Don't give me pity. Uh, I won't do that again. Moving on. While in werewolf form, you do drop to all fours after moving for a short time, gaining a 30% speed when not sprinting. So basically, true to a actual dog in real life, you get the zoomies. Finally, we have the curveball most people didn't see coming, which was the Wyrin form. This gives you a bit of mid-range options while fighting, which is so useful, and also a different kind of tankiness. While in Wyrin form, you do gain 50% increase stun threshold, 50% increase elemental ailment threshold, and 50% faster start of energy shield recharge. In a game where melee feels like you're a bit of a punching bag to start out, this was a breath of fresh air and really helped during that first act. All right, so moving on to my actual thoughts about this. So before I say much, let me advise that I have only finished the first act in this particular league with 2 different druids. One I was playing by myself, one with a group of friends, and I'm not a theory crafter or an expert in the game or anything like that. I'd say my greatest achievement is making it to tier 15 maps a few times, and that's about it. So nothing really too special, but as a casual PoE player and an ARPG enjoyer in general, I thought I would give some of the basic info for those that are curious or may not know and want to just kind of check out more about the Druid. The class plays well overall, and I feel like it's really fluid in the transformations going back and forth for your combos. Each form's offering something that's being able to combo with a volcanic skill, or the volcano skill I should say, so that was kind of nice. I think my only real gripe is the same it would be with any melee that you play in this game, and that is that during the first act you just feel squishy. But I think that's less of a druid problem and more of just the game in general whenever you play a melee character. I definitely think that this is a fun new addition to the game, and that if you are wanting to check this out, it would definitely be a great opportunity right now, as it is free this weekend to play from 12/13 of 2025 until 12/15 of 2025. So if you're looking to give it a test now, is a really great time. There's much more offered here in this game than just the druid, but if you're new to the game and didn't know that. But overall, I would say that this is a great addition to the roster. Plus, I look forward to seeing what's going to come of the class progression as I get further into the game with them, because I have those 2 different druids going in different directions. So as I get through Act 2, 3, 4 again, and the interlude acts, I'll be curious to see how I feel about them once I'm actually in maps and checking those out, or if I'm going to fall off and say, I'm going to try something else. But either way, it's been a pretty fun experience, and I'm looking forward to it. So that was the first day of the Druid. All in all, I would say it was pretty fun. The first day did have their, fair share of issues with the servers, but I was still happy to see that they rectified that fairly quickly. People were able to get back on, and I cannot wait to see some of the crazy builds that people come up with for the Druid and all its various forms and skills and whatnot. So that'll be really fun to see too. So, anywho, as always, I hope someone found this helpful in some way, and I'll see you next time.